Let me bring in Holly Hughes, Liberal Senator for New South Wales. Good to talk to you again, Holly. What on earth is going on when you have a former Liberal Prime Minister, no less, basically running an attack on the government during an election campaign, even looking to undermine Dave Sharma in his own seat?
Well, I must say that's the first time I heard the grab in particular relation to Dave Sharma. But we do know that the seat of Wentworth, when Mr Turnbull resigned or left as Prime Minister and then resigned from the seat of Wentworth, that was when the seat did fall to an independent because he refused to endorse Mr Sharma then and support the campaign. So I certainly hope that he's not continuing to act in that way. Because
well, he just said Allegra Spender's an outstanding candidate, and if she wins, I'll still have a great MP. And how long does the Liberal Party put up with this? They know he wants to make a martyr, but shouldn't they just get rid of him?
Look, I don't think that's a matter for right now. Could be a matter for after the election. Well, I think it's a matter for the organisation, and after I spent 14 years on the state executive where I had a big lot of opinions, I'm going to leave it to them now that I'm no longer part of that side of the organisation. But the people of Wentworth elected Karen Phelps. They very quickly realised having an independent was a waste of time for them in Wentworth, that she did not effectively represent them, that she was a pseudo-voice for the Labor Party, and we know that's what Allegra is. And so hopefully the people of Wentworth have learnt from that experience. Last go, Mr Turnbull came out in support of the independent via his absence of support for the Liberal Party.
Do you think Turnbull's intervention then hurts the Liberals or helps them?
Probably helps them.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's nothing like a Liberal, embittered and twisted, whether it's Campbell Newman onwards, who then goes and joins another party or has something to say. But Mr Turnbull and Mr Newman were gifted a premiership and a prime ministership with the Liberal Party. They wouldn't have, served in those offices without the Liberal Party, and I think a little grace at times wouldn't go astray.
So if you want to indulge Malcolm Turnbull's vengeance, vote Allegra Spender. That seems to be the message.
Well, or if you want an effective Member of Parliament in Wentworth who's going to be part of the government, vote Dave Sharma.
Let's talk about the Labor side for a moment, and an interesting comment today by their frontbencher Jason Clare, talking about Zed Sejelja, the Pacific minister who went to Solomon Islands, and here's what Jason Clare had to say.
And you've got the Foreign Minister of Australia hiding under her desk with the phone pulled out, and they send some bloke called Zed. Who's Zed? Is this Pulp Fiction or national security?
Is he mocking someone over their name? What if a Liberal mocked someone with an unusual name on the Labor side?
Well, you can just imagine if a Liberal made the fun of a Labor member's name. But we saw on the weekend the Labor Party make incredible racist overtures toward Gladys Liu in Chisholm. We've seen today Jason Clare make fun of Zed Sejelja's name. Now, Zed is a very proud man of Croatian history, and the Croatian community has made a significant contribution to our country in a multitude of ways. It seems to be an ongoing bullying tactic, a demeaning tactic that the Labor Party used. They used it on their own with Kimberley Kitching. They're now trying racist attacks on Gladys Liu. And now by mocking someone in the most multicultural country in the world, to mock someone's surname, I mean,
Christian name. It's his Christian name.
Well,
mocking his name.
Actually, surname, his Christian name, yeah.
Mocking his name. If a coalition MP did that, they would be branded racist and there would be outrage around the country.
End of story.
Thanks for joining us, Senator. I appreciate it. Senator Holly Hughes there.
Thanks, Chris.
Liberal Senator for New South Wales.